Why you're broke? It's quite easy. Having more money, it's not as hard as you might think. And this applies to anyone that is broke, complaining about it, and wants some answers. Takeout food, Uber, any other apps like this, buying coffees in coffee shops. You know which one I'm talking about. The fees on these apps, like Uber, are astronomous. And you don't even realize it. I mean, it's easy. You know, you're tired at home, ordering, credit card, it's super fast. I saw an article in the New York Times. Fees can go between 25 and 91% extra on your food. You buy a sandwich that costs $14 will cost you almost 30 bucks after the fees after delivery. And coffee. Coffee is dirt cheap to make at home, even if you buy really good quality coffee. And spending between $5 and $12 for a cup of coffee, I mean, yeah. TV, Netflix, looking at your cell phone, social media. If every time you have 2 seconds you whip out your phone, watch a bunch of pointless shit, I mean, it's not a really proactive way not to be broke. You can use that time to learn a new skill. I mean, there's so many little side hustles one can do to make a little more money every month. It's just crazy. On the internet, like where you at with your phone, drop Instagram or TikTok, start learning a new skill. There's a simple test. Can you tell me the 3 best shows running on TV right now? If you can, you're watching too much TV. Thinking it's only $5, it's only $10, it's only $20. We tend to discount smaller amounts and we buy unnecessary crap like those little spinners or whatever knickknacks we can think about. Just pointless shit. Everybody did that. A piece of clothes that you don't really want, but it's kind of nice, so you're like, well, it's only 15, 20 bucks. Might as well get it. I'll wear it once. Those little unnecessary buys really adds up at the end of a year. And that 10, 15, 20 dollars becomes really fast 500 bucks. Buying things on credit cards when you can't afford it. Credit cards should be paid down to 0 every month. And I know what you're gonna tell me. Oh, it's okay, Jonathan. I can afford the minimum payments every month. Let me break this down for you. All right, if you borrow $1,000 on a credit card and you pay only the minimum, it will take you up to 72 months to pay. And you know how much this is gonna cost you extra? At least $500. It always depends on the credit card company, but usually the interest rate is 19%. Moreover, if you borrow $5,000, unfortunately is not a rare balance on someone's credit card. $5,000, if you choose to pay only the minimum, it's gonna take you 137 months. 137 months to pay at 19% interest and costs you an extra around $8,000. $8,000. So just to borrow $5,000 on your credit card will cost you in total with interest if you only pay the minimum every month. Let that sink in. Buying luxury items that has no value and that you can't afford. Brand names are very good to trick you into thinking that if you wear their name on your chest, you will be more successful. You'll become rich. It's quite the opposite, actually. Did you know that most people that buy this stuff are not rich and put it all on credit cards? Put that in perspective. You make $20 an hour. You want to buy the new Gucci t-shirt that costs $800. It will take you 40 hours of work to buy a t-shirt that only costed maximum $30 to make. Yeah. Car loans. So many people put a rope around their necks just for a car. It amazes me that I will never understand it for sure. If you borrow the maximum amount you can from the bank to buy that new expensive car. Ask yourself one question before doing it. Let's say you lose your job, something happens. Would you be able to still make the payments for the amount of times, let's say between 2 and 6 months, that you will need to find another job? If the answer is no, you can't afford this car. Same rule applies for a house. If the bank wants to lend you $1 million, you don't have to take it. Going out, alcohol, restaurants, partying, the nightlife. I used to do all that quite heavily. And I remembered that time when at the end of the year, my accountant told me how much I made. I was wondering what happened. I'm like, what the where did all my money go? So I started looking at all those little expenses. I started calculating. I realized that I was spending about $1,000 in my social life. And well, yeah, you guessed it. It's $12,000 a year, but it's only $35 a day. That's why you're not seeing it. When you think about it that way, it's only 35 bucks, 30 bucks or 20 bucks a night. You know, you go here, have a couple of beers, you go there, share a bottle of wine with a friend, or go have a bite here. Then maybe you're gonna be 2-3 nights without eating out or going out. You still have that couple of beers at home. Time that you're gonna go out. If you only go out twice a week and it costs you $150 each time, you still make the same average. Take 10 minutes and calculate your social life budget. You might find a lot more money there than you think. Not investing even just a little bit. We tend to think that, investing is just for the rich people. Well, flash news, these people weren't rich at the beginning. Some of them were born with money, but most of the really rich people, they started at the bottom like everybody else. Start investing today. Well, maybe tomorrow, depending of what time it is when you're watching this. Take the habit of taking 10% of your salary and put it away like it doesn't exist and invest it. If you can't save 10% of your salary, you have to revisit your spending habit and you have to figure out a way how to do it. Let's say at every $100 you take 10 bucks and you put it away. It doesn't seem that much, just $10. Well, that $10, if you invest it every week, it's gonna grow much faster than you think. And if it's well invested with compounded interest, you will be amazed by the result in later years. Having a financial cushion will alleviate a lot of stress to your future self. Oh yeah, the mindset that learning about money and investing, it's too hard, it's too complicated. But like anything, yeah, it's a little bit complicated. If you don't know something, anything, it's gonna be a little bit complicated at the beginning. Seriously, learning the basics in finance, this is no nuclear science. There's some amazing books. You got YouTube, you got the internet. You just need to find credible sources. Put a little bit of time every day just to learn the basics. And at the end of a month, you'll know more than most people. And don't tell me you don't have time to read books about money because, like we said before, you're not watching as much TV anymore. You have a bank, there's financial planner, the information is free all around you. You just need to reach for it or ask for it, because people that know a little more about finance and that are invested in the market, every time we like talking about it or sharing about it, if the person in front of us is not financially literate, they'll just roll their eyes like, ugh. A lot of people that know about finance, they're not snubbing you with their knowledge. They just want to teach you because they know how great it could be and they just want to share it with you. So you just have to open your mind a little more about it. And again, you don't need to know everything. Just get interested and then go ask question. And when you're going to talk about it with your financial planner or your banker, you will understand a little bit what the hell they're saying. That's exactly the process I actually took. I started reading, started asking questions. Little did I know, when I started asking questions, a lot more people around me actually were invested in the market and they shared a bunch of stuff. That's how I got where I'm at now. Really comfortable. But please don't take advice from broke people. This is something I learned too in the past years, is a lot of people that don't have investment, don't participate in the market, they will have a very strong opinion on what to invest in, and yet they don't invest their money. So just go to real professional. You have any of those habits and you have debts. Pay them as fast as possible. You don't want to carry debts for a long time. And credit card interests are very high, like we mentioned before. Take 1 year off. 1 year off spending. Quit smoking, quit drinking, quit going out. I've done it and I cut everything. You'll be so amazed by the amount of money you're gonna have after this year. You will not want to go back into your old ways. I am well on my way to financial freedom because I stopped doing these things a long time ago. So let me know in the comments down below what you do in your life to save a little bit of money, to make extra money, and let's have a discussion about this. So if you found any value in this video, please hit the like button and subscribe so we can talk again. There's never been a better time to become the other. I'll see you soon.